Hey guys, it's Samantha again, and I am going to be doing my second quarter of 2018 flip-through. If you haven't seen my first 3 months flip-through, I will have it linked in the description, or you can go to my page, whatever. If I've forgotten to link it in the description, please remind me. But yeah, so where we left off, I finally started planning more like my style, but for whatever reason, still using these super thick pens, and I don't know what I was thinking, the colored pen, all that stuff. So I actually really loved this glam planner kit, but we were in Indiana like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then this was Easter, and my brother came like down for the day. He might have spent the night with us, and we went to Easter dinner at my grandma's house, my grandma's apartment. And I had a short work week, and we were only going to be home for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I just marked my dinners with little things when I was still marking my dinners, because we were out of town Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday, we had Easter dinner was, so that was what happened this week. And then I loved this kit. I was so excited to use this kit, and then this ended up being the week my Nana died. So like, it was a very perky kit. Like, I loved this kit so much. The jamming on my planner, this was like the first time I used a Scribble Prints Co. bow. I want to say I had just gotten my Clever Gal Crafts bows, because I used like several of them in here. I need to pull those out more. I always forget I have them. So this was just really rough. I ended up leaving work early on Thursday because I was just like such a mess emotionally. I was like sobbing at my desk. Like, it was just really bad. So I left. They actually were like, do you want to go home that morning? Because I knew she was like gonna die in the next day or two. And we had to give tours, and I was like, you know what? No, I'm gonna just stay. Like, I need to be distracted. I don't need to like go home and stare at a wall for the day. And then she passed away really early Friday morning. My dad called me, not really early, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning. So I was up drinking my coffee, and then I texted my boss and was like, I'm not coming into work today, because we get like bereavement time. And of course my boss completely understood. I have like a really understanding boss. And then you're probably like, why did you do so much stuff? That was like me distracting myself. Like, when I'm upset, like, I clean. It makes me feel like I'm in control of things to like clean. So I like cleaned for 3 days straight. There was like a peach palm new release that I got like a ton of like rainbow colors of peach palm things. I do remember that. Like, they went so fast. Like, that was ninja fingers. Like, I can ninja fingers things. And like, that was ninja fingers. This was like after I figured out that Apple Pay is the way to go if you're using Etsy. Ninja fingers. The more times I say it, doesn't make any more sense. It just sounds really funny. Ninja fingers. And then this was the week of my grandma's funeral, and this was an Evie Lou & Co kit, and I don't think she makes stickers anymore, but I loved this kit. I did a ton of mermaid spreads between this and my memory keeping planner, which I might do a quick like flip through where I don't go like in depth, but I might just like flip through and talk about like aesthetics of kits that I did in my memory keeping, because I'm like super behind on posting pictures, and like, I don't know if I'm gonna actually go back and post everything. I don't know. But this was like a combo of, she had like all these Cyber Monday and Black Friday like samplers that coordinated with this kit, and so I had like different, like the to-do and this week were from like a sampler instead of just like the solid color. There was lots of ombre. It was very mermaid. I love mermaids, so I'm all about the mermaids. But it was nice to see my family. Like, I hadn't seen my one cousin since my wedding, and the other cousin I hadn't seen in like 5 years. So it was good for all of us to be together. We like sat around like downstairs in the hotel and like went through all these pictures, and we all stayed in the same hotel. I got to meet my cousin's baby. He was like 10 months, 11 months old. I think like 11 months. It was pretty close to his first birthday. And so he was like walking around like if you held his hand, and he was just like really cute and giggly, and it was fun to hang out with him. And then Joe and I drove home from Michigan. We like left straight from the funeral. It was terrible weather. Everyone left straight from like the luncheon at the church. And then Joe and I went into Giant Eagle. Like Joe was still in his suit. Like we seriously just went. I was in a dress, and we drove like the 4.5 hours home from Michigan. And then we like ran into Giant Eagle to get food for dinner because we had no food in our house. I do remember doing that, and then coming home and unpacking. Oh, and then my other grandparents stopped by, surprised, visited me for like 40 minutes on Sunday. I had to do my city tax. I did that like the last day, April 15th. It was $0 because I get city taxes taken out of my paycheck for like the city I work in. And then my city, if it's like the same percentage. And so it like ends up, there's like forgiveness or whatever if you're like paying in other cities city taxes from like wherever you work. So I didn't have to pay anything, but I just had to submit a thing that said $0. Like the form was just like 0. That was like a really long explanation but I put that off until literally, I guess this would have been literally the last day, but I was like, I should probably do that before it's overdue. And then this was another mermaid week. This was like I want to say this was an SPC mystery because it had, yeah, this is like sequin headers. That was unique. So I started doing like the to-do list. I don't know when. I guess here I had like the same to-dos, like booking my flight and my hotel for Austin. This is when I started doing half of my to-do thing. Oh, this is like when I don't drink heavily very often, and I like drank way too much and got like schwasty, and I was so hungover. I like slept the entire next day. It was gross. And then I love this week. I actually think I did a video on this week because I like ended up doing it all after the fact. I think this was like maybe the first voiceover video I did. This was like the start of the crazy wedding season. I think we went to like 4 weddings this summer. It was supposed to be like 5, and then we ended up not going to one of them. I don't know. Like 6 or 7 of Joe's cousins got married this year. It was insane. I think, one of them we said no to out of the 5 that were during like the spring, summer. And then there was one in the fall that we were going to go to. And that was like right in the middle of like all of the lupus stuff with me. And we didn't go to that one. We like called like 2 days beforehand. We were like, I cannot travel right now. But like, we didn't want to tell anyone why. So we were like, Joe was like, I'm really tired, because it was like his family, and because I didn't want to like tell people what was going on until I like had a diagnosis. But yeah, I really liked how well this Simply Gilded washi matched that. All right, so then we're getting into May. Yeah, because it'll be May and June. I feel like I took way too long going through April. Not a big fan of that. This was a Crest Press kit that I was hoarding for forever, and of course Crest Press is back now. I was so excited. I like met Maggie in Austin, and she was like, yeah, I'm coming back. And I was like, you're coming back, like, yes! But this was first Cinco de Mayo. I'd saved this, and I thought this was appropriate, and that Simply Gilded washi with the drinks was also appropriate to use with this kit. Again, why was I using this pen? I don't know, but this is the week I got my new living room chairs. My father-in-law came to show Joe, like he taught him how to fix like the thing on our disposal that was leaking. So if it ever happens again, Joe knows how to fix it, which was really nice of him. And then I made pulled pork for dinner in the crock pot. It was really good. This was Mother's Day. I was also off this whole week with Joe. I loved how well that washi matched. I think that's so pretty. But yeah, we just like chilled. We drank margs. We played video games. I had a derm appointment because your girl hadn't been to a primary care physician in years, but I go to the derm like all the time. No, but I actually I have I go annually for my like thing, and then I think I've probably been to the derm like 4 times in the last year. That was always like, well, who's your primary care doc? And I'm like, I don't have one, but I have a derm and I have a dentist, so like aesthetics are taken care of. Priorities. And then this was my week back at work. I kind of don't like this kit that much, and oh no. This is like when I started my push to like either use my kits or get rid of my kits, because I knew I was going to Austin. I literally took a tote bag full of all of the kits that I destashed and then like other random things, and just at the party was like, I had rolls of Simply Gilded washi, like stuff that I wasn't gonna use or stuff that I had duplicates of, and I was like, please just take it. Like, I don't want any of this, like, take it. And people were like, wait, do you want something for it? And I'm like, no, please just take it. So I will be doing the same thing again at Austin this year, so find me, because I have some good stuff. There's quite a few Simply Gilded rolls, because I'm an idiot, and I, like, bought duplicates of things, because sometimes I, like, don't check, or I can't remember what I've got, and if something was a pre-sale and not a new release, and I get, like, all discombobulated. So, find me in Austin, because it's first come, first serve. And then this was a whatchamahoosit, what's her face? I don't know. Don't you love my super descriptive words? I'm like, who's it, what's it, which it, whatever, like, I don't know. But, what's it, Petite Paper, whatever, the one, she's in Portugal. I really like her art. She has I've heard from people she has new, what's it called? Shiny paper? No. Glossy. I'm like, what's the paper that's not matte called? It's not shiny paper. Because her old glossy was really hard to work with, and it would like separate into like 2 layers. It was really thick and it's kind of like squeaky. But I love her art so much. It's all like, she does all the artwork. So, you can tell the weeks that I like wasn't really into like my planner. I went to Nuevo, which is a really good Mexican restaurant in the Akron area. They have a really sweet patio. It's great during the summer, like go there for happy hour. During the summer, Joe was on whatever rotation he was on, was like, he was working from like 7 to 3 or 6:30. Like he had to be at the hospital super early. So I started working whenever I was on desk early in the morning. I would work like 7:30 to 3:30. That way I could like leave and like kind of be on the same schedule as Joe. That didn't work every day. Like if I was on desk from like 1 to 5 or something, obviously I couldn't come in early, but a lot of days I was able to come in early. And sometimes I do like my best work when like no one else is there and it's just quiet and I can like zone in like on what I'm doing and kind of just get in my groove and there's not people around to distract me. This is another kit. I wish that it wasn't, I don't like using all the same color headers, and I like waffled back and forth on using this kit, and I forget who, I want to say it was like Kittenish Girl or Andrea or someone I was talking to was like, no, like you have to use this. And like, I really like the full boxes, but I'm not a fan of all the coral glitter. Like, I don't know. Like, I really like the full boxes though. I don't know. It's like too much coral glitter for me. But I'm still like, this is one I'm like, I don't quite know how I feel about this. Also, I think I was just like apathetic about planning this week because there's a lot of white space. Oh my gosh, this was so pretty. This was another Station Stickers kit. I don't do a lot of like pink. I mean, I guess there's like pink in some of these other ones, but like this was a very like pink and gray, soft, girly colors kind of. But this is like, look at this glitter. I have to wiggle it. I'm gonna like flip this in half, that way it's not quite so lopsided. So this was like the rose gold. This is just so pretty. I love those popsicles. Like, I like this a lot. And then this was another, I love the blue and green in this. Like I don't, like a lot of kits have pink in them. Like I don't mind pink, but I like darker blues and like greens. I like deep, bright colors. I'm definitely not like a person that can do pastel kits every week. Like every once in a while is cool, but like I like bright, bold colors, and this was such a pretty week. Such a pretty week. So this is, I don't know when kickball started. I guess kickball there. But yeah. Oh, and then this was, yeah, this was my last spread. I don't think, I'm not as bad about it anymore. I'll like write things down on my phone so I can go back and fill it in later, or I'll write it in my KKK. I used to be really bad about like filling out what happened Sunday night, but this was when Westworld was going on, so Joe and I probably just sat and watched Westworld and had a drink. And that's part of why I stopped doing like the dinners thing, because I would always forget, like once I flipped to the second half, I'd forget to like fill it out, whereas with my to-do list, I'll be like, oh, have I Swiffered upstairs yet this week or something, and I'll actually flip to do my to-do list. So yeah, this is the final spread for the second quarter of 2018. So stay tuned for the third quarter, which will be in my next video. And again, if you want to see the first quarter, link in the description, or go to my like user page, whatever it's called, words are evading me, to watch that. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll talk to you in my next video. Bye.